Okay, thanks for joining me again. I'm counting down my favorite Led Zeppelin songs in order from 83 to 1. And this video I'm focusing on the 20s, so 29 to 20. Let's get right into it. 29, I have Living Loving Maid. Parenthesis, she's just a woman. Love the groove on this song. It's instantly likable and listenable. It's the B-side, of course, the Heartbreaker. If you don't know what that is, that's the when they had vinyl 45s, which are like the ones back hanging on the wall there. There's an A-side and a B-side. It was Heartbreaker, and then the other side was Living Loving Maid, and you always heard them together on the radio. You still do, even on Sirius XM or whatever. You'll hear Heartbreaker, then Living Loving Maid. So I think everyone's heard this one. Strangely, they never played it in concert. I've heard that Page supposedly hates the song. I don't know why. I did find one version of Plant performing this one with his solo band a couple years ago, so you can check that out on YouTube. You should be able to find it on there. 28, I have For Your Life. This is another off-the-radar song from the album Presence. It was recently brought to light, brought more attention to it from the Led Zeppelin concert in 2007 at the O2. 2007 reunion at the O2. I have to admit I wasn't fully plugged into the song before then. I knew it, but having them presented here put a new focus on it for me, and the whole Presence album in general. So the lyrics are a bit obscure. It seems to be an anti-drug song, warning against the violence or the exploding cocaine use of the times. I don't know, but it's catchy. I like it. 27 is Night Flight. I was going to say off of Led Zeppelin 4, but it's off of Physical Graffiti. It's a great, happy, optimistic song. It does sound like it was recorded for the Led Zeppelin 4 sessions at Headley Grange, so that's why it has that Led Zeppelin 4 sound. I like John Paul Jones's wailing organ on this one, and the funky, grungy guitar. It's mainly written by John Paul Jones, and the lyrics are about, about someone being called to war, but deciding not to go, and leaving in the middle of the night. Obvious connections with the Vietnam War that was going on at the time in the 70s. I love this song. It's addicting. Underrated song, but when you hear it, it's like, oh yeah, Night Flight. You listen to it again. It's a great one. Okay, 26, Royal Orleans. Love the way this one starts. So funky. I love the stops and starts, changes in tempos. Classic Presence song. This happens all the time on these Presence songs. Never performed live by any members of the band that I know of. I haven't seen this anywhere. The lyrics tell a funny story of hooking up with a prostitute that turns out to be a man. Not sure how much of it is true or based on any of the band members, but it's a cool song. 25, Hot's On for Nowhere. Another gem off of Presence, which is really underrated in my opinion. Again, stop-start type of song. Like Royal Orleans, it's funky, it's groovy, it's upbeat, it's catchy. I don't think this was ever played live by anyone in the band. If it was that one or Royal Orleans, let me know. I don't know if it was played with maybe Jimmy and the Black Crowes played it sometime, but not that I could find. There actually is a cool cover version of this by Van Halen. When Presence came out, right when it came out, they picked this one to cover, which is interesting because now the more popular ones are Achilles' Last Stand or Nobody's Fault But Mine, but they kind of picked this one as the one they liked, and it's been totally buried and underrated since then. But yeah, again, just like one of these songs again from Presence that I could keep listening to over and over again, and they don't get tiring. 24, I have In the Light off of Physical Graffiti. Cool song, very atmospheric. As Martin Popoff says in his book, Led Zeppelin, all the albums, all the songs. He says it's arguably the creepiest song in the whole catalog. I think he's talking about the intro, which again I call it kind of atmospheric, vibey, but he calls creepy. I guess my only complaint about In the Light, it's a bit long. I kind of wish they'd kind of just get into the groove of the song, but the lyrics are very positive. I think it's kind of a love song or a song of compassion. Plant is saying, I've been there too, and there's hope. He says, the lyrics are, though the winds of change may blow around you, but that will always be so. When love is pain, it can devour you, but you are never alone. Great stuff. 23. How Many More Times. Great sounding track off the first album. I like it because it's got a great groove. And then it breaks into different parts, different songs, like The Hunter. Plant's voice sounds amazing in this song. It's super early, so they're just firing on all cylinders. Great energy, great song. Okay, 22 is Bring It On Home off of Led Zeppelin 2. Love this song. Of course, I love them all now, but we're in near the top 20. So blues harmonica, infused intro, and then breaks into a total rocker. Great riff by Page, and a wailing harmonica. The song gives you energy, just makes you want to move. It's great for like a road trip or working out or something like that. It's just, again, you could keep listening to it over and over. So that's 22. 21, I have Communication Breakdown. Great intro in this song, great hard rock song. I mean, especially written in 1968. 1968, this was written. It's got a classic, like, it's almost punk, this song. Really before its time, before heavy metal, before punk. It goes at a blistering pace. Robert is just, out of control. The voice is just, hey, girl. So powerful. The only drawback is it's short, I think. It's just, again, it's like very punk, very short. But great song. I think gave us a lot of heavy metal riffs followed from this song, in my opinion. All right, wrapping up the 20s, I have Out on the Tiles. Super fun song. I love this song. I love how optimistic and happy it is. It just talks about a guy being in love. I'm so glad I'm living. I'm going to tell the world I am. And the music just chugs along. It's a great catchy song. And for some reason, they didn't really play this one much. And they used the intro for this one as like a preamble to Black Dog, which I didn't, it was kind of confusing for me. I didn't really get why they do that. I kind of wanted them to keep playing the song. Then they would switch gears to Black Dog, which is like, what? Stick with one or the other. But yeah, so Out on the Tiles, that wraps up the 20s. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon with the top 20. Thanks.